It's October here in the willow beds, and before all the leaves start to come off for winter and before the stem colours really start to get rich and vibrant, I thought I'd just take you for a little walk around some of our beds here to have a look at some of the amazing varieties of willow that you can grow. There are over 200 varieties grow in our climate here in the UK. We've got 53 of them, but we keep adding to that and finding new ones. So if you find any that you think are particularly interesting or special, please let us know here at World of Willow. The first willow I'd like to show you is this amazing one. It's called Candida, and it's a very, very ornamental willow. As you can see, big, fat, broad leaves that are really furry, particularly underneath. And it has amazing buds, which are burgundy at the moment. A lovely willow, particularly for ornamental uses. This is a very different type of willow. This is a purpurea. This particular variety is called Eugenie, and as you can see, amazingly tall, narrow growth, long, fine leaves, and again, a mass of beautiful pink catkins in spring. It really is quite a spectacle, particularly then. As you know, there are lots of different uses for willow. One of them is winter colour, and there are a couple of examples here that are some of my favourite when it comes to real intensity of stem colour, both in the garden and if you then cut it and use the stalks afterwards. The one here behind me with this wonderful orange blush that will really get quite dark and intense is Shermacina. This one's called Yelverton and gives you a beautiful orangey red glow. And to the side, another wonderful one called Continental Purple. And that's a Daphnoides and has almost a bloom on the stem, which gives you again a lovely contrast with these stems, which will get darker and the colour get more intense. There's a third one that's great fun in the ornamental garden called Seca. It's a very, very vigorous willow and grows to a large shrub or a small tree very easily if you're not careful. But it has the most gorgeous, flattened, twisted and contorted stems. It's often used on children's trails where you want haunted trails and things. Looks lovely, as you can see, in the autumn because of these lovely lush leaf growth and the shape. When the leaves go, you get these amazing burgundy to purple twisted stems which give you lovely structure and colour in a winter garden. And then in the spring, all along these rods will be the most incredible array of pink catkins. So it really is quite special, but only plant it if you've got plenty of space and you're prepared to keep it under control and managed. Here we've got three very different willow in one area. In front of me is nigricans, one of the few willow that will actually grow in the shade. It has broad leaves and very, very dark burgundy, almost black stems, and also has some lovely catkins. A nice ornamental willow, as I say, that will grow in the shade, and also one that's lovely for putting in some dark work in your weaving. To my right here is Magnifica, that never looks to me at all like a willow. It looks more like a rubber plant or a magnolia. Gorgeous brown to burgundy stems, big broad leaves, a lovely plant to have in your garden or ground. And behind me is Semflorens, which is one of my favourites. The growth that you can see, which is probably 14 feet or so, is just this year's, and it has catkins which come on during the summer months and on October, November and into December. So at a time of the year when our bees and insects don't have much to eat on, we get catkins on Semflorens, and then when we cut it back down we get some wonderful thick rods that I can use in the vegetable garden. Really quite a special specimen. And just to conclude this glimpse into some of the willow that you can grow, this is a lovely variety. It's one of the Matsudana tortuosas, the contorted willows. And as you can see, the stems and the leaves themselves and the side branches are all twisted. Again, very vigorous, will grow into a big tree if you don't keep it managed, but if you cut it down every year, it's fantastic for putting in a vase and drying out in the winter. And you can then decorate it with fairy lights or hang candles on it or anything that you like. That's just a tiny look at some of the differences. As I say, over 200 varieties grow in this country. We're constantly trying to find new varieties and new ideas, but we just wanted to give you a glimpse into some of the things that and get you excited about willow as well. Oh, and here comes the chicken again. Compulsory with your willow bed. Okay.